Timestamp April 24th, 2026. It is it's a little after 7 a.m. My mugs have grown with the boxes Pix has been bringing over. Yeah, we'll go with my not quite a hopper mug. I would love to, and I don't know if they actually make it. Get a Stranger Things mug. It says like coffee and contemplation. It's the closest thing I got. That's why I got it. It was a Dollar Tree one. Coffee in one hand, confidence in the other. It just kind of, in my own mixed with my own mental problems, it made me think of Hopper. And as such, it made me chuckle. As opposed to a chortle. It's different. Yep. I've been up for a couple hours. Kind of catching up with my video games. If you play any online games, you know that sometimes there's daily stuff you're supposed to do, need to do, should do to give you maximum goodies. So, yeah. It's one of the things I do while I'm doing my wake up, basically. Trying to get my head wired, get into the game here of life, not that game. I already did that, mostly. Health check. I feel pretty good. Some of the new stuff that I'm doing, I think, is helping me, which is cool. That's what you want, right? Like the kefir. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. That's the way one of the guys that I've seen talk about it pronounces it. Kefir. And I just started doing it like a week ago, week and a half maybe. And I'm noticing my gut is feeling better. Hard to explain. But yeah, no, it's a fermented milk product. And it really is kind of something in between like Greek yogurt and a milkshake as far as the consistency and even the flavor. But it's got a lot of probiotics and things like that are really good for gut health. So, trying to not die, basically. Put it out there, you know. But yeah, I've made that kind of part of my morning breakfast. Yeah. So I'll be doing that here in a minute. I usually don't eat right away. I usually don't have an appetite when I first wake up. But I'll have a cup of that and a yogurt. Yeah. So Pix and I did the attic yesterday. So much Christmas stuff. And there's more. That's just what was there. There's more in the shed outside. There's more in the alcove. The workshop has got some stuff snuck here and there. There were other boxes, other places in the house. Seriously, could decorate this house 3 times. And not use, the same item twice. Just excessive. But that's what hoarding is, right? It's gathering things that you don't necessarily need. not even collecting. Yeah, that's good. The Starbucks medium breakfast blend. It was quick, it was easy. I was like, yeah, let's do this. Still a little congested from wake up, but that's a normal day for me too. Yeah. Got massive amounts of trash out yesterday, which is good because we made massive amounts of trash. The hopper was full. We had a contractor bag. All very Uncle Knick-Knack. One brick. Keep telling yourself that, right? One brick. No, we'll get through it. And I know Pix is getting pretty discouraged. We'll get through it, but it's not a 2-week job. And I know she's kind of having a hard time with the idea of it's not a 2-week job. You know. Need to contact the lawyer today to find out about. They keep sending me invoices. And they're sending me a January invoice and a February invoice and all this stuff. And I'm trying to figure out if it's cumulative or if each month has a bill to it, because what am I paying you that for? Because, wow, I want that job. Exactly. I think it's cumulative though, but I need to verify that. I'll start going through some of the ugly laundry that's out there and the fabric that's just been lying around out there. I need to run that through the washer. I got some laundry I gotta do. Just a small load, but the attic, where's my pen? My ink stick. Attic, pull, rebox, done. A lot of Christmas, man. That's a work in progress, so is that. My cart is done. I showed you that the other day, my library cart. Working on the other booths. Just piece by piece while I'm sitting here. It was raining last night. If it's still raining, it's going to cause problems for me doing any outdoor work, but I still have a bunch of stuff to do in here, which is coming along quite well. And I can work on the garage. Get that one brick in, man. My head's getting better, though. It's been a lot of highs and lows since I've been here, as far as just feeling beat down, you know. But I'm starting to kind of find my groove again. We've kind of started that, which is good. When we're working on something but we haven't completed, I'll usually put a check mark by it, just because it at least helps me with the mindset of, okay, I didn't cross that many things off, but I've got like 6 check marks, so there's work being done on these things. You know, dishes, oh my god, the in out on that. Yeah, I really should do some garage stuff, because I want to get those brown shelves on the wall a little bit better worked out, because my girl brought over a banker box and a half of, actually no, 2.5 of spices, which is a great problem to have. I've got a stockpile of like bulk spices and stuff, which again is a great problem to have. Some of those like big thing Italian seasoning, garlic blend, stuff like that. I've got 20 of those plus a whole lot of smaller ones, and only so many cabinets. And the point of the brown shelves in the garage, at least for the way I was planning on using it, I don't care about what the other people were doing because it was stupid. It's my backup pantry, so if I have one in the cabinet, I don't need the other 5 in the cabinet as well. Does that make sense? You know, they go on the shelf out there, and when I run out of smoked paprika, I go get a smoked paprika from out there. Oh no, the Italian seasoning's running low. Well, there's 6 more large bottles out there. Take one of those. Exactly, not rocket science. But I need to clear the space to be able to do that. So I may focus on the garage today, because I think it is going to be wet. Where's my weather channel? There's my weather channel. Hello. I don't know. The hamsters are currently running on the wheel. It's one of my kids finding something very funny. Update, please. Red flag warning. I think that's a 10-yard penalty, isn't it? Okay. Wow, you're really thinking about it, aren't you? Oh, Google Chrome is not responding. Wow, I wasn't sure, thanks. My PC's got issues. There we go. Good job, guys. I knew you could do it. Okay, if it does get moist, it won't be until later, it looks like. May have gotten it out of its system last night. Cool. So maybe I'll do some stuff in the bivouac early, and then fall back inside. I gotta get those dishes rotated through though, because I've still got 3 boxes over here. The dishwasher to empty, a sink full. But that takes time, so maybe I'll set the dishwasher and then go out, work out by the pool, which sounds so Malibu sexy. It's really not, trust me. But we got some good tadpoles coming in. They look quite healthy. I'd rather have tadpoles than mosquito larvae. Bring the tadpoles. Yeah. Dishes out, dishes in. Yeah. Yeah. Got this. Work outside for a couple hours, because it's going to get steamy before it gets wet. It's one of the things about Florida. It tends to get, 80 degrees, and because there's moisture building, it becomes a really, muggy heat, and then it might, unleash the heavens. So I work up to that point, and then come inside, work in the garage. Could at least get a few more totes dealt with out there. It's not a bad thing, right? Check on my potato plants too. They were looking good the other day. They were looking good. Yes. Oh yes. Yep. So I guess that means the confidence is in this hand. I guess I really thought it through there. Oh, that's really good. Yeah, but I'd love to get a coffee in contemplation. It stuck with me. In that moment, I knew that I understood Hopper. coffee and contemplation. Because that's how I like to spend like the first hour of my day, honestly. Just let me sit with my coffee, let me just... Okay. Look at the headlines, look at a news article or two, try and figure out if the world is on fire, and if it's only part of the world, what part of the world? Am I planning on going to that part of the world anytime soon? If yes, contact my travel agent, you know. You get me? Rethink that plan. Because maybe that is not a good idea. Maybe. Probably not. Why would you do that? But yeah, from a health standpoint, starting to feel a little better. Because I was having like stomach aches and stuff all the time. I wasn't sure what was going on there. No other real like symptoms going on that would indicate something else. So, you know, I'm in my 50s now, so I start paying attention more to that kind of thing. Doctor Who Roku is happily all over the place. Went to bed with Peter Davison. Is it Resurrection of the Daleks? It's either Resurrection of the Daleks or Revelation of the Daleks. It's not Raccoon Hunting Trip of the Daleks, that's a different one. Davros has been imprisoned on a space station. The Daleks come to break him out because they need his help to beat like a disease or something that has been hitting the Daleks. And there's double crosses and shenanigans. So I got Turlo and Tegan. Nyssa has already left, it would seem. So chronologically, this is after Terminus. I can never remember the title on it though. It's either Resurrection or Revelation of the Daleks. I'm not sure. Woke up to Seeds of Death, which is not the same thing as Seeds of Doom. Seeds of Death is Patrick Troughton in an Ice Warriors episode. Very early Doctor Who, black and white. So X was enjoying that. He likes Patrick Troughton. Yeah, everybody's got their favorite. That's fine. But yeah, this should look pretty cool when I'm done. I'm not going to be using it. It's mostly just going to go into storage until I break down the lounge. But I could definitely do a diner thing later. And this would enable me to do so with matching booze. Not booze, that's different. I do have that though. So yeah, the U.S. are still blockading the Strait of Hormuz because it's all very rabbit season, duck season to me. You can't block it, I'm gonna block it. This guy does not need to be anywhere near authority. It's just pathetic because honestly, watching my dad go through dementia for the past few years, I know what I'm looking at. You guys are giving him a cognitive test every month or whatever. I'm sure he's just been acing it every time. He's not even explaining what's in the tests correctly, and I know what's in the tests because I've seen them administered to my dad, several different types. So if that's what you're remembering from the test, you're not even remembering what they gave you, or you're just lying about it. Why would you do that? You know, I've been known to go on about pens that I like, but I'm also not holding a press conference where we're talking about health care for the country or going to war with another country. My realm of responsibilities is a little bit more lean than that. And also I'm an artist, so sometimes that kind of stuff's topical. It's dementia, folks. Not sure what brand, but it's dementia. One thing I've found dealing with my dad and knowing some other people that have gone through it, dementia tends to bring out the core of who you are. It's like alcohol, from my viewpoint. In that we kind of see who's underneath. If you watch Firefly, it's a lot like that really scary guy in the volcano story. If you know, you know. And we're seeing a lot more of the petty bully side. I mean, we are. That's increased. And I think it's because that's who he is, was, forever will be, down deep underneath it all. You know? Brings out the core values of a person. The inhibitors are gone. So, we're getting a good look. Or a bad look. This is who the petulant man-child is. Always angry. Wants everything, and no one else can have a second scoop. That was the thing, at least first term. Look it up. Trump ice cream, White House scoop. Use those keywords, see what pops up. And you'll get a good picture of what kind of Dudley Dursley nightmare we've elected. albeit this last time I'm still not sure that he actually got elected. I'm really not. Between the old Elon really knows those voting machines and the fact that he just happened to win all 9 swing states with just the right percentage so that it didn't trigger an automatic recount. Statistically, that's amazing. How'd you do that? And I don't think Elon is a super genius. He doesn't know those machines, but he employs people who do. And I'm not normally big on the whole, like, deep conspiracy theories and whatnot, because usually most of it's rubbish. But that one, because he pissed off and disgusted a lot of people during his first term. I don't know that he had the momentum to do that. I don't know. Just seems like another grift. And the only other one that I'm going to share my thoughts on are, I don't think he got his ear shot, and I don't think it was shrapnel or debris. I think that was a publicity stunt. Do I think somebody else got hurt or killed? It's possible, yeah. But I don't know that he'd care. You know? That was a price he was willing to pay, right? I'm very Farquaad. My kid calls him Farquaad. I've seen people with head wounds and whatnot. His ear looks amazing. Amazing. Not feeling it. Not feeling it. And I've done enough, like, violence on stage, so to speak. I've done fight scenes and things on stage. Plays, musical shows. Duck down behind the podium, pop that squib, little sleight of hand bullshit. Suddenly you're bleeding. Fight, nice photo opportunity. Like, perfect photo opportunity. Make you look like a real hero, real champion. This looks like a Roger Stone production. He's big on publicity stunts. You know, if that firefighter is a real person, because honestly, it could even be fabricated. It could be a fake person that they invented for this. You can do a lot with the narrative. If he is a real person and he really did get shot and killed, my heart seriously goes out to his family. Because I look forward to being proven wrong, but I have a feeling as things uncover, it's going to come out. The truth is going to come out. If that guy is a real guy or was a real guy, the idea that he was a supporter and he lost his life during a publicity stunt, a PR move to try and make sure that he got back into the White House. Oh, man. Special place in hell for the people that coordinated that. You know what I mean? But yeah, he's pretty big on stunts. In The Apprentice, look at his show. The whole thing was basically a stunt. It's what he does. It's what he sells. Right? He's made a career of it. That and bankruptcies. Made a career of that too. Because he's a successful. Oh, wait a minute. It's all a show. That's why he wants to cover everything in gold. It's all part of the illusion. Look at the opulence. Maybe I'm wrong. But I have a feeling the words that I just said are going to age like wine. I do. And if I'm wrong, okay. I'll be able to admit that. That's an admission I don't think I'm ever going to have to make. I do not. Just doing some big touch-up work on the pink. Some of it takes a couple coats to really beat down the underlying color, especially when you're doing a light color on a bright or dark color. It can be a little difficult to mask. Now, when I looked it up, the paint that I would need to replace, I'd have to buy a whole new box. Doesn't look like they sell it separately. I only checked on Amazon. There might be another market for it, but that's kind of a bummer. You know, if I run out of like 2 or 3 colors, I don't want to have to buy an entire box of 24. There's gotta be another way, right? But yeah, as far as my political commentary, I think it's gonna... I don't think it's gonna age like milk, let's put it that way. I do not. But if I am wrong, I'll be willing to admit it. I'm curious, based on his health, being the orange guy, or lack thereof, if he does kick it in the near future, which we don't know how good or bad his health really is. We don't. All the smoke and mirrors. I'm wondering if anyone after the fact is going to be willing to basically, you know, give us an epilogue and tell us exactly what actually did happen in some of these situations. You know, since he won't be there to exact vengeance on them through 3 a.m. tweets and trolls. I'd be curious. You know, Marco Rubio or somebody like that. I know Roger Stone would never come clean. He very much enjoys being the tool that he is. It's a lifestyle. He really does look like a Batman villain from the 60s. And he's a Richard Nixon fan. No. Nixon did some good things, honestly. But I don't think those are the things he's a fan of. Yeah, it'd be real interesting if somebody came forward and was like, okay, let me tell you what actually happened now that he's not here to beat me up. Somebody might have the courage at that point. Be swell. I definitely think there's a few lies out there. Probably some pretty important shit, too. Just saying. And this is the bigger surface area, so this is going to take probably a couple days of me doing what I'm doing right now. You know, just kind of casually touching up, doing a layer, whatnot. And that's okay. Very much the one brick philosophy on these too, you know? Yeah, Rome didn't burn in a day. Trying to use this sparingly because I haven't checked, again, other markets, but I'd hate to have to order an entire box just to make sure I can color match. That would be really annoying. So, right? Shuttle Art Sakura. Sakura. Which I gotta admit, I'm not familiar with the word. But that's okay. It's a nice kind of bubblegum pink, which is what I was going for. Yeah. Wash my brush. But in the meantime, let me get started on... Oh, yeah. I'm not 20 anymore. I'm also not AI. And by the way, I'm not saying me necessarily, just in general. Support real artists out there. Don't put pennies in the coffers, these AI shysters. Support real people if you can. Okay? Anyway. Hug your parents. Hug your kids. Wash the damn brush before the paint settles. Really. And make it a great day.